good on your side? Can you hear me? All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's information session. And we are excited to bring to you the 2023 SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme. As you know, this has been one of our major programs here, and I'm sure a lot of you who are hearing this for the first time are eager to know, how can I make it in this year's SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme? A lot of our content and programs are almost designed around beneficiaries of this program in the past few years. And here we also have our president, Ori, who will be taking us through your questions, and she'll be telling us more about the program and how what the requirements are, and also just responding to any of the questions and inquiry that you may have, any burning questions that you may have. But know that our program is here to encourage businesses and business ideas like you, those who have started off wherever you are in the country. And we're open to supporting you so long as you meet all the requirements and the processes that is expected of you when applying for this program. So I welcome you all, and I bring Ori before you. Ori?
Good evening, everyone.
Great. So maybe what we can start with is a 30 minutes information session. So we just hit right into it, where we have a few standard questions, and hopefully we'll get some more questions in the DMs on YouTube chat and also on Zoom, where we can respond to you. So, Ori, maybe you want to just give us, a background of what, SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme is about.
All right. Thank you so much, Audrey, and good evening to everyone that is here now. It's a pleasure to have you, as Audrey has rightly said, and we are, as a foundation, we are glad that we are kicking off the 2023 SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme this year. And so a brief history about the SEEDINVEST Programme. We started the foundation in 2019, and SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme has always been one of our flagship programs. So our focus as a foundation is on empowering entrepreneurs so that they can run better businesses. And then when they run better businesses, they can live better lives. They can contribute more to Nigeria's economy, and then they can contribute more to nation building. So that's our primary focus as a foundation. And the way we do this is through the SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme. So the SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme, basically, we provide training, asset grants to entrepreneurs across Nigeria and across Africa, but with a core focus on Nigeria first before we then expand to other countries. So basically what we do then is every year there's a call for applications, and the people apply. After they apply, we shortlist, we train for a number of weeks. That's the acceleration period. And then after the acceleration period, there's then the review session. After the review session, we then shortlist the entrepreneurs who will be finalists that we then support with asset grants. So asset grants, let me explain what asset grants is according to the foundation. The foundation does not provide, we do not provide cash grants. So what we give are asset grants. So if there's a particular equipment that you need, a machine that will make your production faster, better, when you pass through the program and are selected, then this foundation supports you with that asset grant. So that's what the SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme is about. And of course, it's now even more richer, because last year we included the training aspect. So there will be a 6 to 8 weeks training. Then after the training, there will also be mentoring by experienced, seasoned business professionals. So that's what the SEEDINVEST Acceleration Programme is about in brief. Thank you, Audrey.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ori. So perhaps we'll just go straight into our next questions. I see a lot of buzz on the YouTube, so please drop any questions you may have, and we will actually respond to it right away. Our next questions will be, what are the requirements to apply?
Okay, to apply, the very key primary requirement is that you must have a registered business. That is like if there's something called unshakable requirement. So that's like unshakable. Your business must be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. So that's one of the primary prerequisites. Then another is that your business you must also have a business account, an active business account, not a business account that is opened just in name, but a business account that you actually use and your business transactions go through that account. So that's number two. Number three is if you manufacture food, consumables, and other products that requires NAFDAC certification, then you must have a NAFDAC certification for your products. So that's number three. Then number four is that you must also have a 5-year business plan. So because the business plan will let us know exactly what your plans are for your business. So we understand that you are not just in business for a short while or maybe just to meet some immediate needs, that you actually have a long-term plan for your business. So you must have a business plan, and then you must also have, of course, when you have CAC, you have tax identification number, so to say, like side by side. So those are core prerequisites to apply for the SEEDINVEST Acceleration Program. And then you must also have a verifiable business address because we'll carry out business verification. So verifiable business address, meaning that when we come to that particular address, we would see your business operating out of that place. So that's what we mean by that.
All right, great. Thank you, Ray. So I think our next questions will be on what's the application process. So yes, now we know what the SEEDINVEST program is about. We know what the requirements are to apply. What is this process like?
Okay, the process is two-way, by two-way or two steps. What we mean is that there's a video pitch aspect, and then there's also an application form aspect. So when the application goes live tomorrow, details on how to apply are already on our Instagram page, and it's also on our website. So you need to record applicants, prospective applicants will have to record a 60 seconds video pitch. And what that pitch will cover is a brief introduction of themselves, their business, the motivation for starting the business, the impact that the business has made since it started, and then why they want to participate in the SEEDINVEST Acceleration Program. So the video pitch must be recorded in your workspace, and then it must be clear. Your picture must be audible, and it must be clear, audible, etc. And so, and then once you record the video pitch, you upload it to your business Instagram handle, not your personal Instagram handle. So the video pitch will be uploaded to your business Instagram handle, and when uploading to your handle, you tag the foundation. You either add us as a collaborator to your pitch, or you tag us in the post itself. And then once you've done that successfully, you also then need to fill the application form on the website. So the application form will collect some necessary information about your business. You attach your CAC certificate, you attach your business plan, and then there's a place for you to also paste the link to your video pitch in the form. So it's two ways, two steps, and both steps are mandatory. So if you only do the video pitch and you do not fill the application form, your application will not be considered. And if you only fill the application form without recording the video pitch and posting the application will also not be considered. So those are the steps. Those are the application steps of process.
Thank you, Ori. So I have a question here from Any Designs, and it says, can service-based businesses apply?
Oh, definitely. Service-based businesses can apply. You don't need to offer have products, so to say. But as long as you understand that we do not give cash grants, and then that your assets. So if you're applying, that means there's an asset equipment needs that you need for your business. So service-based businesses can apply.
Okay, then we'll have another question that says, is the seed fund limited to female alone, or is it available to both male and female?
Male and female. We do not, should I use discriminate? There's no restriction on application, so male and female can apply.
Okay, so what happens after applications?
Okay, so that's a great question, because of course that's one question that almost everyone here would like to get answered to. So what happens after your application is that, one, your video pitch will be evaluated side by side your application form. So if your video pitch meets necessary requirements, meaning it's clear, it's audible, and it's recorded from your workspace, there will be a 24 to 48 hours review period. And once we are satisfied with your video pitch, and then looking at your application form entry also, if you put all the necessary details and you meet all the prerequisites, we post your video pitch on our Instagram and on our YouTube page and Instagram handle for voting. So that's what happens next. So there will be a period for voting also. So once your video is reposted, you will get instructions you need to follow to vote, how to engage your family, friends, followers to vote for your pitch. Voting will happen on our YouTube, this exact channel. Voting will happen on this channel and also on Instagram. So you engage your followers to vote for you. And then after, at the end of the application period, because voting will continue immediately your video pitch is reposted, voting continues till the end of the application period. So after that, there will then be a short list of a particular number of businesses that will take part in the acceleration period. So the acceleration period will be 8 weeks of intense training on different topics: financial management, brand management, sales, digital marketing, different topics that will be handled by professional business people. And then after that acceleration period, there will then be a review session. So it is during the review session that you would get to meet with members of Build an Ibikoli Foundation. So you engage with our board members, with our management team, and we'll get to know your businesses better. And then afterwards, there's still going to be
All right, I think Ori had dropped off, so perhaps she's going to connect right away. Biodun, I don't know if you're there. Perhaps you could take off from where she left off.
Okay, so good evening, guys. Thanks, Audrey. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm in transit, so I have to switch off my video. Okay, so yeah, so this year, I think what we've been able to do, like even the kind of engagement we're having now, is to tweak a little bit some of the processes we have, like we have rightly explained now. But what we are doing this time around is quite different, because for anything to happen, first of all, even if the application has come in and all that, within 24 to 48 hours, the successful pitch will first be posted on our YouTube handle. So it's important whoever is listening in and interested should follow the subscribe to our YouTube and ensure that to monitor that page. Now, why are we doing this? We noticed, so year in, year out, we review, the team reviews applications and all that. And one of the caveats or one of the warning that we've inserted in this year's pitch process, especially the voting process, is that we are going to be tracking vote buying, because we notice, we always notice a spike in in some of the pitch immediately they are reposted. You notice a spike, and that spike, when we track, thank God there are AIs where you can use to track some of these abnormal voting pattern. You notice that that particular pitch or candidate or business is engaging in vote buy. Now, what will happen this year is that once we discover that, we will disqualify and blacklist that candidate. That's first off. Now, on YouTube, you can have such thing happening there. So that process starts on YouTube first. Now, once the successful candidate is also posting on Instagram, now we are not going to repost. So the candidate will invite us as a collaborator, like a paid partnership. So it will be pending on our own side for approval. We're not going to repost. What we just do is to approve that pitch that we have been tagged in as a collaborator. Once we approve, after 48, because we still track some events and all that, because those spikes normally happen 24 to 48 hours after we approve the postings or the pitches are approved. So after that is approved, we now track that process. Now, however, the learning period also have been extended to accommodate more facilitators, like Ori have actually explained. And we are looking at from next year to expand the scope of beneficiaries. So those are some of the stuff that we are starting off from this year, and we expand that into next year, and also have a more structured mentoring program for beneficiaries.
Thank you very much, Abiodun. Or please let me know when you are okay to come on, and we can now put you on the spotlight. So Abiodun, the next question will be going to you, which is the questions around the business plan. So if you want to know, are you talking about 5 years since the initial business began, or 5 years at the point of application going forward?
Okay, so some of the businesses is in operation already. So we are not looking at startups. Let's be sincere here. Ori have mentioned the fact that even if you are in a service industry, for instance, the service industry, because the main aim of what you are doing is to, one, address unemployment. Because some of the businesses we supported in the past have grown to a level where they employ other staff and all that. So it's important. So it's 5 years projection from now, whether you started 2 or 3 years ago, it's 5 years projection from now. So we'll look at, okay, what your projection is. Then some of the, most times we also try to align it with what the government also is trying to do. So presently, there are changes that are bound in a new government. Now we'll be looking at businesses that have the potential to export, export-driven businesses. And that's part of what we'll be looking at. So it's 5 years from the day or from the years that they've started. And yeah, that's pretty much what we'll be looking at.
Okay, great. So people are also asking, when would the shortlist take place, or when will the repost of video take place? I know you already mentioned that. Is that the reposting may happening? Is a collaborative post on Instagram? But when will the shortlisting take place?
Okay, so the shortlisting will take place at the end of, so both the voting and the pitch will run for about a month. So it's important that we always communicate via our social media, and so those communications will come in. But usually a week after the conclusion of that exercise, the first successful candidate that we go in for the acceleration program will be published on all our social media platforms.
Great. Ori, thank you very much, Abiodun. Welcome back. I think, okay, so somebody's asking, can we make a video in a studio for a service-based business?
If the studio is your workplace, like I mentioned earlier, you need to use your workspace. So if the studio is your workspace, then yes. If it's not, please record the video in your workspace.
Okay, great. I think we've just about exhausted all the questions on the chat. Hopefully some more will come up. So I will just go to, I think, our final questions here, which is how many persons are you looking to shortlist, excuse me? Or how many businesses are you looking to shortlist?
That's an interesting question. But of course, we are looking for the acceleration period, because again, one thing that I did not mention when we started was that part of our goal is to be able to support at least 1,000 entrepreneurs annually with our programs. And of course, the support is not just in asset grants, it is in the training, it is in the mentoring. So as long as we have enough businesses that meet our prerequisites, the basic prerequisites, and the industry, looking at the industry focus and all of that, then we are going to shortlist as many businesses as possible that meet our prerequisites for the acceleration period, because you know the acceleration period is the one that has the training, and then the training before the review sessions. But for the asset grants, we already mentioned that we are looking at supporting 5 businesses with asset grants this year, and it's on our Instagram page. So the information is right there. There'll be the winner, then there'll be the runner-ups. So for the people that we want to support with asset grants, we are looking at 5 businesses. But for the acceleration period and then the mentoring, of course, we are looking at as many businesses as meet the prerequisites and satisfy the necessary conditions as possible.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Uri. So we would deep dive more into, any other reservations or, disqualifier actions that we may have. Okay, because we do not have any more questions, but just to make sure that we're highlighting the things that are unacceptable or actions that are unacceptable during this application process.
Okay, so I don't know. I guess Biodun will have spoken on some of them, so I'm not sure what he covered. But I know that the basic things is that one, you need to satisfy all the necessary prerequisites. The ones that is quite bold is on our Instagram page. If you haven't checked it out, please do. One, your business must be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. You must have an operational business account. If you have, produce consumables or cosmetics or anything that requires NAFDAC certification, your business must have that. And then you must have a verifiable business address, and then you must have a 5-year business plan. So those are like the core things. And then your video pitch also, you must satisfy the requirements of being audible, being clear, and then recording it in your workplace. So those are like the basic things that might disqualify you If you do not meet any of those conditions, then of course that's automatic disqualification. But then those aside, and I think when I came in, I had Biodo talking about that. Or sorry, I saw the comments. So you're engaging, because we know that some people might decide to buy votes or do other things like that. Your engagement must be organic. So if we notice that there's an irregular number of traffic on your votes or something, then we will suspect you, and then of course your application will be disqualified. And also during the course of the program, let's assume you are shortlisted for the acceleration period, and then we come across information that is contrary to what you initially presented to us, then that of course is a problem too. So all of those prerequisites are very important. Those are possible disqualifiers. I don't know if Biodo has something that he wants to add that I may have missed.
No. I think you are spot on. Then well, one thing we talked about before you came in is the fact that when they are posting their pitch on Instagram, they need to invite us as a collaborator. So once we verify everything and the team is okay with it and all that, a notice will be sent to them if you are successful with the posting on YouTube, for them to follow, like, and share among their friends, family, for engagement and also voting. Then after that, 24 to 48 hours, we will now approve their invite as a collaborator on their business handle. But we have said it has to be in your business environment, not on the streets. I think in the past, we've seen people just taking, doing pitch on the street beside one flower. And we're like, beside one flower, this just some funny set of stuff. Then please, when you are making your pitch, please don't play background music, because it always distorts their voice. So they should just take note of those things. So once they don't see their pitch being approved, that means he has violated some of those rules. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Biodo, for highlighting those things. I know sometimes we focus on what people should do, that we don't highlight the many other things that people should not do, which others are likely to fall into those thoughts or line of thinking in that sense. So we have come to the end of this information session. We are, 2 minutes into it already. It's a 30 minutes information session. The videos is still going to be on our YouTube, so feel free to drop comments or questioning there, and we'll make time to respond to you, or you can DM us on our socials. Ori, over to you. Any last words before we close out?
All right. Thank you so much, Audrey, and thank you to everyone that has joined also. The essence of the information session, like Audrey mentioned at the beginning, was to make everyone understand what they need to know for a successful application. So there's a last question that I just saw that I'll just address as I round up. And the person is asking, how will winners be chosen, or what's the criteria for winning at the end of the program? Well, that's an interesting question, but the criteria for winning is, I can't say criteria for winning because there are different stages. So it really depends on how you do at the different stages. One, you need to satisfy the basic prerequisites first to even be shortlisted for the acceleration program. And then once you get into the acceleration program, attendance, your performance during the program form part of what you'll be evaluated on. And then if you then get to the review session, there are things our review team are looking out for. So, and of course, there are different members of the review team, and whatever it is that is decided for each business will then form our final evaluation. So I can tell you that this is one thing that will guarantee your success. What I would just say is to be, if you eventually are shortlisted into the program, to bring in your top, bring in your top game, your top-notch game, because you are competing, it's a competition. So you're competing with other wonderful business ideas, wonderful entrepreneurs. So you just need to bring in your best game to it. And then as I round up, what I would say is we wish everyone the best. Our goal is to empower African entrepreneurs to ensure that, one, they're able to live better lives for themselves, create jobs, and then contribute to nation development. So we look forward to engaging with every one of you here, every person that submits the application. We look forward to meeting you in your applications, during the program itself, and seeing ways that we can ensure that you become the best businesses that Africa, Nigeria, the world will get to know, because our plan is to get you to the global stage. So we look forward to engaging with every one of you.
Great, thank you very much. And with this, we have come to a close. Good night, everyone, and see you while the application's going on and the videos are being posted. So all the best in your journey. Good night.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Audrey.